Welcome to another episode of Rehab Now with consultant physiatrist Dr. Paula Dawson. Hello, Doc.
Hey, Alicia. Hi, guys.
And of course, I'm Alicia Taylor, your host. Today we have with us in studio again our physiotherapist, Tashara.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, man, Tashara.
Thanks for having me.
Always so excited to be here.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful. Can you hear the excitement in her voice? Love it. Woo! Somebody say scream. Right. So remember to check out our social media pages. On Instagram, it's Rehab Institute Caribbean, Dr. Paula Dawson, Alicia Taylor Music, and on Facebook, it's Rehabilitation Institute of the Caribbean, and our website is rehabcaribbean.com.
Yes.
This week, we're talking about trigger finger, Dequervains tendinitis. I don't even know if I same thing that. Is the same thing now?
Different.
Trigger finger is a different thing from Dequervains tendinitis. I like this one because I can actually pronounce it.
I know.
And you pronounce it really well.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. I feel like I was supposed to be a doctor in life.
How much time have I tell you that?
I was supposed to be, but I didn't believe in myself.
No, you
I didn't believe in my brain.
No.
But I believe now. Anywho, I don't know who's gonna start, but someone needs to tell us a little bit about both conditions, trigger finger and Dequervains tendinitis.
I can start.
Go ahead, Doc.
So they're kind of the same-ish in a sense that they're both inflammation.
Okay.
They're not the same. So trigger finger. So a tendon. Remember what a tendon is? Alice, you remember what a tendon is?
I can't tell you what it is. Like in doctory terms, I can't.
So
Give us the
in your
layman's.
give me your layman's. What do tendons do?
Believe in your brain.
Believe in your brain.
My brain don't believe in me. My brain don't believe in me.
All right, let me help you out. So you have muscles, tendons, and ligaments. So the ligaments hold the bones together.
Ligaments hold bones.
Right. And so the tendons connect the muscle
Man.
to the bone. That's what you're going to say, don't you?
I had that in my head enough for true.
That's why you should have believed. And so, so you have the muscle belly.
Tendons is true. When you have tendinitis, like musicians get tendinitis.
Very
and
good,
Then
very
that's
good.
muscle is true.
Right. So when the muscles overworked, and the muscles kind of taper down into the tendons, and then they insert into the bone. So trigger finger is really... All right, so the act of trigger finger is when you actually try to bend your finger and it either stick when you're going to bend it, or when you're trying to open it, it kind of locks. And you have to use another finger
to
and
open
it. So it literally clicks. So it's not like trigger finger, it's not you're shooting anybody. It's like that. I had to go there. I was waiting for an opportunity to bring that in. But it's really an inflammation of the tendon, and what happens in the tendon, it gets a nodule, a little lump.
A nodule is a little lump.
Yes.
Because singers get nodules,
Yeah? Where?
You know them?
There.
Vocal cord.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
I learned that from, what's that show name? That movie with the singing.
Okay.
Tashara, you
The
can sing?
acapella movie.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You can sing?
And we can do one thing.
Me think say Una would be able to tell me what. Wow. Me think Una would be able to tell me about the nodules in the vocal cords.
It's probably from overuse as well.
Oh, yes,
That's a
exactly.
good one. So that's how you get nodules in your
The trigger finger with the nodule.
Right. Yeah. So the trigger finger, so the tendons really get swollen, and you get these swollen little areas called nodules. And then there is a pulley system. It's like a sling. It's a sling. And so when the nodules go through that area, they're stuck. They get stuck going through from one side to the other, and so you get that triggering. And then Dequervains now, and Tashara's going to go more into the detail as that, but Dequervains in particular is inflammation of some of the tendons by the thumb.
Okay, by the thumb.
By the thumb.
That's a difference.
So the
Them kind of
Dequervain
similar
is
for real.
thumb and trigger finger is any finger.
Oh, all right, fine. Okay.
And Dequervains tendinitis is on the soft part of your skin,
Yes.
but the thumb trigger finger is in the palmar part of the skin, and you get trigger finger.
Trigger finger.
Dequervain.
All right, great. So what are the symptoms of any one of them? Which one we want to talk about? Two of them we want to talk about at the
Yeah.
same time? Cool, got it.
So as Doc said, the trigger finger, it has to do with the whole locking of the finger.
Yeah,
like
man. Okay.
So that is a symptom. While Dequervains, no, it's just constant pain
Really?
at the base of the thumb with specific movements such as lifting, rotating the wrist, moving the thumb away from the hand, things like that cause a lot of discomfort. So it's just pain.
So because of the pain, you won't be able to like do some of these things because you just want to keep it still.
Yes. Well, with trigger finger, it doesn't necessarily have to be painful. It's just no limitation in movement of the joints
Interesting.
of whichever digit is affected.
And this only happens because of overuse.
Both, yes. Both of them are overuse injuries, but they're caused by specific overuse. So it's a different type of overuse,
Okay.
if you get what I mean. So some of them are a little, like Dequervains has a, like for instance, mothers.
Talk to me now.
Yes. It's
Come on,
very
sis.
popular in mothers with newborns or babies. So the motion of lifting up the baby, right? So when you're lifting up your baby, you start from here with your hand. So you start from radial deviation and then you move up
Radial deviation.
so you move in, your hand is in the direction of your pinky,
Thanks.
your wrist, right?
Thank you so much.
And then
It's like you're waving.
so imagine, yes, waving.
Waving
So imagine
front
you're picking up your baby.
I
And then
appreciate
you
that.
open up your fingers
Uh-huh.
and then you're moving now towards the thumb. And all that, you keep doing that. Keep doing that. And now the tendon right at the base of the thumb is becoming worked. Overuse.
That's we can't manage the
And
body.
then now you develop Dequervains.
So when they work the body, you don't work the body. You just run the risk of any little thing. God, that's
Yes.
just crazy.
Which is why technique is important.
Technique, proper ergonomics is important.
Oh, tell me about
So your
ergonomics.
technique of how you're lifting the baby, you have to be very mindful of it. And I think it's really more popular in first-time mothers because they don't really. It's their first time.
And they
with a
love
child.
lift up the
And
baby.
then as a baby, Google,
Yes.
lift up. So yes,
Not me.
not you.
Not you.
No, I wasn't
So-
like that. Sorry.
So the inflammation, sometimes you'll hear this fancy word, tenosynovitis.
I've never heard that in my life.
You never hear that before?
Never heard that in my
Synovitis.
life. Synovitis?
Yes.
Try sinusitis. That's what I've heard. Never heard synovitis. I don't know. So tell me what the synovitis is.
For which one? Because they're both tendonitis. It's just another word. So
Yeah.
you have the tendonitis of the trigger fingers with the nodules, more so when you're doing a lot of flexion, excessive flexion. So Tashara told you about Dequervains, how it's commonly seen when you're doing like radial
I don't know.
and ulnar deviation back and forth, like you're waving, but you're waving in a sagittal, straightforward way.
Yes.
But then trigger finger now is activities that you do holy pop bending of the
Bend on the
fingers,
fingers.
typing, think of something.
Playing the guitar.
Playing the guitar.
Keyboard.
That's trigger fingers.
Trigger fingers.
Can
Yeah.
trigger finger give you pain, like excruciating pain?
It can.
In the
It
initial,
certainly can.
especially
Okay.
in the initial phase, that's when it becomes very painful. But then when it becomes chronic, it's really just now the
The nodule.
the nodule restricting motion. And sometimes like taking it out, like when it's stuck and taking it out can be painful. Because even persons, dressmakers,
Yeah.
because my mother,
Yes.
hey mom,
And you know,
trigger
Like our
you know
mother-in-law.
which patients I see, especially thumb, the ones who work on their phones, because you're doing this all the time.
I do that all the time. It's
Yes.
true, and I feel a lot. Okay.
Yes.
and I think that Dequervains too.
Yes, absolutely, because you're going like this.
Because it's a thumb, right?
So the Dequervains and even the trigger finger and Dequervain with the phone use.
So just so your listeners can understand, so they're both in tendonitis, but trigger is more on your palm. So when you try to make a fist and you close your fingers and you try to open back, the finger might get stuck.
Yeah.
That's trigger finger, and that may or may not be painful. But Dequervains now is on the side of the thumb, just on your skin part, the back of the thumb, right? And that's where you tend to feel the pain more.
So okay, so how do we diagnose? I'm gonna get silent.
No.
No, man, I thought you were going to say something more exciting, like you had it.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. When I have nothing more exciting than that, it's just, you diagnose Dequervains, tendinitis, or trigger fingers. How do you diagnose them?
The patient's complaint.
That's it?
That's the finger
That's-
stick.
Okay.
So if the finger stick, you know that is the trigger finger, and then know the location of pain.
But that's it. Put them, the finger behind one X-ray machine and just to see what's happening because we can't see muscle.
Well, there is one test that you can do for Dequervains called Finkenstein.
Yes.
Right?
That's on German.
I think it is
Finkenstein.
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 Yeah, and that is where you put your thumb in the middle of your
Make a
palm, and then you close your fingers over your palm. Over your thumb, sorry. You straighten your hand, and then you point to the floor.
Oh, this hurts.
And if right by your wrist hurts, that's a positive.
You feel a
Finkenstein.
stretch. It doesn't hurt. You feel a stretch.
Yeah, so that means I'm good.
You're probably
I'm
good.
safe.
Yeah.
So what would have happened if I had the
Oh, you've been a lot of pain.
Yeah.
like bad?
You
Bad
don't
pain.
even want to move it. From you start moving it, you start feeling it.
So as examiners, when we're doing it, we do it gently.
Yes.
We do it quite
Because
gently.
you don't want to hurt.
We don't want to hurt the patients at
And
all.
even without bending the wrist, just palpating the area, it's usually tender to touch. Right along the skin part of the base of the thumb. Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, very interesting
Very.
stuff.
All right. Well, we're on Dequervains, tendinitis, and trigger finger. When we come back from our break, then we're gonna talk about non-invasive treatments and other procedures and all kind of stuff. So please stay with us.
Yes.
Almighty Studios, your recording studio, a place to praise, to worship, and to serve. Welcome to the new normal industry standard. We are where you can come to worship and rehearse, record, mix or master your music. We have all you need to create your best production, including beat, song, podcast, commercial, and whatever you can ask, think, or imagine. Book your time today at Almighty Studios.